What you do during that time will equate to the patient's success, will equate to provider success, will equate to business success. Glad you guys all want to learn more about this virtual front desk thing that I'm doing along with Todd Wickstrom. You guys know Todd and I from the front desk training program we did. We had decided that he was going to stick with the hiring, I was going to stick with the front desk stuff, and we knew we were going to get back together soon, and now we have the opportunity. So the virtual front desk sales system. If I called it a virtual front desk person, you'd be thinking virtual assistant. This is not a virtual assistant. If I called it a front desk sales associate, you would have no fucking idea what they do. So what we decided to do was called the the virtual front desk sales system. We felt that that would embody everything that this person is going to do. This is a live person working virtually for you, taking this front desk component, right? I spoke about this last week. What is or isn't understood by most people is front desk is the wrong term. And we keep calling it front desk because it's the only way we can get people's attention until we can change his name. The front desk, as Todd put it best, has become the junk drawer of your business. Whatever you don't know who should do something, you throw it to the front desk. You hire people to this long list of tasks and objectives, and in the middle of those tasks and objectives are answer the phone, get people scheduled, help manage cancels and reschedules. And it's like task number 20 on a list of 40, 50 tasks. What needs to be understood, and where I came into this whole process and what happened to me over 11 years ago, is I understood the front desk serve dual roles. They're not just the face of the company. They're not just customer service people. They're not just insurance verifiers. They're not just insurance auth people. They're not just greeters. They're not just schedulers. They are salespeople. There's a dual role for this front desk. And what I have done over the last few years is I have helped people to train their front desk people to fill this dual role, the other half of this dual role. Everybody's great at the stuff I just mentioned. Nobody seems to, in general, nobody seems to be moving towards and getting that front desk sales part. The person who helps you grow your business. The person who puts people on a schedule to complete a plan of care, not gets people scheduled, right? That's where all this stuff is coming together. And this is what I've done. I've had this vision for this vision started 12, 13 years ago of creating this. And it was very difficult to do because, to be brutally honest, I couldn't get anybody in healthcare to have this conversation. Because why? Because they schedule people based on insurance. And out of network, cool. You take my insurance? No, click. I'm like, you just lost business. You guys know my story, you know my tipping point, and now we're yet again at another tipping point of a tipping point of a tipping point, which is every insurance covers less, insurance costs more, people expect to pay more, people expect less from their insurance, and thankfully people expect more of their healthcare providers, aka physios and physical therapists. So this is where this front desk role has really become apparent. I found this out 10, 12 years ago. Arrival rate, copay collection rate, cancel rates, completed plans of care, by just changing the front desk process. And what got everybody and nudged everybody else along to finally think of that process differently is exactly what I just explained. People calling and saying, well, no, I need to know what's going to happen and losing that business. No, I need to know what it's going to cost and losing that business. And people going, I need to train my front desk differently. And I'd say, let's back that up. You need to hire differently for parts of the front desk. You need to see that as a dual role. You need to see that you need people in your office to do all those things of insurance authorizations and insurance verification. Yet you need people in your office who can pick up that new patient phone call, can have a conversation, can listen better, cannot want to get off the phone, can ask better questions, can find out wants versus needs, can find out patients' goals, can manage and set expectation, can build trust, and can decrease uncertainty, and that's what their superpower is. And when you ask these other people to do that, they rightfully so take the path of least resistance. How do I know this? I've done secret callers to most of your clinics. I've done secret callers to almost every state. When I give people a list of 30 tasks to do, and one of them is to answer the phone, it's just another task. And I try to get off the phone as quickly as possible so I can get back to my other tasks. And so what happens is your first visit arrival rate is low. Your drop-off rate is high. Your cancel rate is high. Your completed plans of care is low. Whose fault is that? That's yours. That's the person putting together the processes and the systems. Because you told this person that answering the phone to get people scheduled was their objective. When actually answering the phone, if someone says, "Hi, my name is Jerry, I have low back pain, I want to get scheduled," their actual objective is to start to build a relationship that will last throughout the entire life cycle with the company, to be a problem solver, and to set the provider up for success. These are the people we are hiring and training. We are doing the hiring. The hardest part of this process is the hiring. The training is not. And I found that out over the years doing the training, because you can't train the wrong hire. You can't train the wrong hire. And by the way, I say you can't train a bad hire, and that doesn't imply the person is bad. It means that person was hired for the wrong job. So we're doing the hiring, we're doing the training for that person to deliver all those things I just said, to start to build a relationship, to be a problem solver, to set your providers up for success, all through the first phone call, to manage and set expectations, to build trust, to decrease fear, doubt, and uncertainty. That's what we've created. This was always my goal far before I put together the front desk training program. Again, as I told you, and I won't bore you with this, but the journey was to create this. People didn't want this, so I went back to just training their current front desk, which reinforced more so that they needed this virtual front desk sales systems. And by the way, the sales systems part, let's jump to that right now, because you guys all know that other stuff. You've heard it enough from me. Let's jump to the sales system part. Sales is a system. Sales is a process. I've told you, by the way, most of what I said they'll do is part of the sales system. They listen. They ask better questions. They decrease fear, doubt, and uncertainty. They increase trust. That all comes from the sales literature. Physical therapy, healthcare gets zero claim to that. Then what else is part of the system is what happens after you hang the phone up. What do you do during that time between the phone hang up and the person arriving in your clinic, right? What do you have to continue to deliver to that person who just got on the schedule? What do you have to do to make sure they arrive, pay, stay, and do your marketing with you? What you do during that time will equate to the patient success, will equate to provider success, will equate to business success. So part of that sales systems is our team doing those things and taking ownership of that. Because your front desk person, the virtual front desk sales associate, owns that patient until they arrive in your clinic. And then what part of that system, right? What information that they collected needs to be shared with the provider before the provider takes over ownership. That's all part of it. And that's why we decided to call it virtual front desk sales systems and not virtual front desk sales associate. The sales associate is the person part of this whole equation. And in my opinion, is the most important component. And then the systems. And they're part of the system. So it's going to be pretty simple. We have, to bring you up to speed, I have a checklist. I have a Q&A, very, not short, but simple, short answers, to make sure that if you are interested in this, to make sure that we manage and set your expectations properly. So what I found out over the years is by us having this checklist and we ask better questions, we can make sure that you, the person that is looking for a virtual front desk sales associate, actually has your expectations managed and set. So if you are interested in this program, you can comment in the comment section below. You can private message me and say that. And what I will do is I will send you the checklist. And it's not because we're looking for people who want to pay more. It's not because we're looking for people who want more hours. It's because we're looking for the businesses that are the right fit with what we've created. This is a person, I will say this again, this company is about the people that will become part of your business, will become part of your culture. these people will not be sitting at a switchboard answering phones for 5, 6 different clinics. They'll be answering the phone for your clinic to help you grow. So this is literally a virtual front desk sales associate. It's not the virtual front desk call center. It's not the virtual front desk, chat center, right? It's not the support desk. This person is for you. So before we commit to hiring someone, remember, we do the hiring, to training someone, we do the training, right? And do all the onboarding for your company, because we'll have to incorporate your culture and the things you're selling into their training. Then we want to make sure you're the right fit. That's why the questionnaire. So if you are interested, I want you guys to just let me know, and I will send you the form. And I guarantee you could fill it out in probably 10 minutes, and then you shoot it back to me. Because what we're doing right now is we have 2 people going through the training program, the base training program. And then the last part will be getting them trained to your business, to what you need, to what you're selling. So that's the virtual front desk sales systems. If you take the lead in from last week and you take this, you pretty much know what you're getting. You're getting someone who's going to help you grow your business. You're getting someone who is actually trained, hired and trained to be the entry point to your business. That means more people on your schedule who will arrive, pay, stay, complete a plan of care, and do your marketing with you. If you're going to invest marketing dollars, you must take the next step and invest in the sales process. It's not marketing and sales. It's not. It's marketing, it's sales, it's retention, it's referrals. They all tie in together, don't get me wrong. They all speak a lot of the same language, yet they all take their own expertise. So if you think your marketing side is enough and is going to grow your business, you're sadly mistaken. You have to have a frontline sales team that is trained up. To do what? To make sure you find, the marketing finds you the people in the community who can benefit from what you do. Our virtual front desk sales system makes sure they get on your schedule to arrive, pay, stay, and do your marketing for you. That's how that all fits together. It's marketing, it's sales, it's retention, it's referrals. All of those take their own deep dive. All of those are tied in together, right? That's why we're not creating a virtual call center of people that are just going to be picking up the phone for clinics all over. This person is going to be assigned to you in your clinic. And the good news is, from what I'm finding out from our questionnaires and everything else, they're not going to cost you anymore. By the way, they're our employees, they're not yours. So you don't have to live them up, right? We take care of the benefits. We take care of all that. You pay for someone to help grow your business. So if you do request the questionnaire, and the question is on there, how much are you looking to pay? Think about the role of this person when you write that down. Because this isn't someone who's going to sit at the front desk and do insurance authorizations. This is someone who's going to be the entry point to your business. They're a salesperson. Going through front-end hiring process that Todd's the expert at, and then going through the front desk training program that I'm the expert at, yet they bring a background of sales training, of working on the phone, of doing customer service, of doing all those things. So to get them trained up doesn't take 12 weeks, right? And I promise you they will be trained up. Todd and I have been spending a lot of time and energy on this. And we're meeting with Todd and I are constantly meeting together to ramp out what's the hiring, onboarding, everything else before we will say, okay, start answering the phone. It's going to be chock full of content. It's going to be listening to recorded calls. It's going to be role playing. It's going to be all those things before they ever pick up your phone, before they ever dial out for you, before they ever pick up someone to say, yes, I can help you. Right? So we're doing all those things. There will be competencies. And by the way, we just had a call yesterday with one of our first employees, right, and setting up the ongoing training program. So part of our program will be continual training. They will get continual monthly training, right? Right? Online videos, online coaching, right? There will be recorded calls, right? Everybody will have their calls recorded, which is awesome for you, yet necessary for us to measure competency, for quality assurance. I love that. Finally, quality assurance means something. It means we listen to the phone calls. It means we make sure that our employees are delivering to you what we promise. There's no way in the world I'm going to drop someone on your phone and not check in on them frequently. So all those things are happening. Yeah, the onboarding process will be an intensive. There will be ongoing training and competencies. And as you guys will see as we go forward, if we do work together, you'll see there are commitments from both sides to delivering on the accountabilities, right? A ramp up time. Yet, once the ramp up time is done, if our people are performing, then we're going to have further conversations, right, about their role in your company. They are salespeople. They know their job is to grow your business. That's the beauty. Find me a front desk person out there right now. Call 30 clinics after we hang up and ask them if their role is to grow the business that they're in. Then ask our people what their role is. It's to help you grow your business. There's no fucking around anymore. There's no pussyfooting around terms that make you feel good and make everybody feel warm and fuzzy in healthcare, right? It's the art and science of selling. We all sell. It's an alliance. It's a sell. Managing and setting expectations is selling. Listening is selling. It's selling time. That's why we created a virtual front desk sales system. And the key person is this virtual front desk sales associate. And we're taking people with selling background, right? Those are the people we're looking for, and onboarding them to a process of understanding your business and what you do so we can find the right people. It's no different than anywhere else. So again, if you're interested, you can post in the comments. You can reach out to me privately. You can DM me if you would like to get the questionnaire and fill it out for the virtual front desk sales system, right? We are currently in the process of onboarding our first couple of hires, right? I've already taken and processed some intakes. So we're moving in that direction, getting ready to drop some people in some places. So my recommendation is get the I'm basically just going to put the questionnaires in order and still have a conversation. Even if we don't have someone for you currently, I'm going to make sure you know what the timeline is, manage and set expectations, and see if you're still interested based on what you wrote out and what we can deliver on. And then if you're still interested, then you just queue up, right? And I plan on the demand as the word gets out. We're not marketing yet. We're not advertising. It's just this, basically, me sharing with people, because we want to get these people in these positions first, make sure our processes are working, and then before we start marketing and selling this thing. All right, so I appreciate everybody's patience after last week. I appreciate everybody coming back. Again, virtual front desk sales systems, of which the key player is the virtual front desk sales associate, which are the people we're hiring and we're training, taking all that work off of you and then dropping them straight into your business to help grow your business. I can't think of a better fucking thing in 2020. It was a good idea before. It's probably a better idea now, right? I don't think anybody wants to be throwing out their marketing dollars like spaghetti on the wall, right? You want to make sure your marketing dollars are paying off, right? That's the sales team, and that's what we're delivering. Cheers all.